Okay, I'm back. Can y'all hear me now? Hold on. Let me cut my damn Bluetooth off. Hold on. Okay, is that better? Is that better now? One, if you could hear me. Okay, so I wanted to come on and address the whole BET Awards with Lil Nas X. Um, I also want to shout out to Five Babe for getting her. Five Babe calling the BMW a Benz. I know when you're excited, you just say everything just be happening so fast. Shout out to Five Babe, because listen, when she was saying, when Five Babe was talking about her, she had a Toyota Tercel. I had a Honda Civic. I had a Kia Forte. I had an Audi. Um, I had a Dodge Shadow. I had a Jeep Wrangler. Not a Jeep, I'm sorry. A Jeep Laredo was my first vehicle. And I'm saying this to say you got to crawl before you walk, and more power to her. You know, I think she got a black, it's funny, she got a black BMW. Black. My car is black. I always like sunroofs. I wouldn't get a car if they didn't have a sunroof, but my next car will be a Jeep Wrangler that I'm gonna pay cash for because I don't ever want another car. No. Um, but uh, I was gonna talk about the Lil Nas performance as well, which was is definitely people are in an uproar, and you know what, black people, and y'all, let me say this: black people always are quick to say gay men can't use our fight. Gay people can't use our fight and you know equate it to the black fight. I agree because we've had hundreds of years of being persecuted as black people. I'm a black gay man, so I can speak from both ends. I know how it feels to be uh, persecuted by being both. Gay people have been killed because they were gay. much like black people. When I get pulled over, they're pulling over a black man first. So being black takes precedence over being gay for me. But people being in an uproar because it's like children are watching. Why the fuck are your children watching the BET Awards anyway? If you're one of those parents saying that the men shouldn't be kissing because children are watching it, so it's okay for your daughters to want to fucking aspire to be a stripper, or is it okay for your son to want to be a thug? Because a lot of the fucking performances are glorifying drug use, fucking, premarital sex. I don't think it's a show for family values for the most part. If we're going to keep it real. But for you to be upset and mad because two men were kissing, baby, Madonna and Britney did that way back when. All the videos are very sexually suggestive. They're all like that. That's what sells. Sex sells. And your children are playing video games that are using profanity and have fucking prostitutes on them. All those like what is it? The car is some car. I don't play video games, but it's one of those car, and a lot of those shooting videos, it promotes violence. Let's keep it a buck. If you're going to talk about taking that away, you take away all the ass shaking, all the grinding, all the women fucking against each other, all the rappers calling women bitches and hoes, all of this, because when you say, okay, when you're saying, I'm going to tell you this, a gay person is going to contribute to society more than a thuggish ass kid that you'll have. See, if you have a son that's a thug, he's going to have his ass locked up and we'll be paying for him. A gay person will be a contributing person to society. You just don't agree with their lifestyle, our lifestyle. But we contribute to society more than a person that's fucking locked up in prison all the fucking time. So, as I remember, I had a family member. She wanted her son to be talked to because he was gay. She wanted him to be talked to because he was gay, and she didn't think it was right. But the craziest shit is, you got the person that's got his dick sucked by drag queens to talk to your son. Get the fuck out of here! You didn't even know it. Okay. You let your you put a wolf in the sheep's pasture. And I think that we as black people, we've been persecuted for so long. Why would you want to talk about another group of people that's been marginalized? So you would put us down as gay people. We want our rights. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're here. We pay taxes and shit just like you do. We can own. We can get married. All the rights that you're afforded, we have the same ones. This is a new time. This is not our grandparents. This is not our grandparents' time period. Because back in the days, you couldn't be black and white and get married. You remember that episode of Star Trek when Captain Kirk, I wasn't a Star Trek person. My old roommate was. Captain Kirk was kissing Uhura. And there was an uproar. Oh my God, a white man kissed a black woman. Oh damn, we're gonna lose our, It was a big thing because it was unheard of for interracial people, people having interracial relationships. Now you hear that shit and you laugh about it. This whole thing about gay people is gonna be laughed at. It's gonna be laughed at. They're going to laugh about it. They're going to laugh about it. They're going to laugh, and it's going to be a joke because they're going to be, what the fuck? You were trying to take someone's basic human rights. You thought it was okay to tell people they couldn't live and be given the same opportunities as you. So yes, I don't listen. I'm not one for fucking in public and kissing and all that myself. But if you can do it, we can do it. And it's funny when you have people saying, like the Larry Nelsons of the world saying, it's a lifestyle. I just don't agree with the lifestyle. I'm a Christian and I'm a Christian and I love you, but I just don't like the lifestyle. Who the fuck is asking your approval? It's a basic human right. No group of people is better than anyone else. We're not asking your approval. We're commanding your approval because we're here. We're not going anywhere. All the shit you can do, we can do. And whatever your religious belief is just your religious belief. Your belief shouldn't be imposed upon me. Now, Little Nas kissing the back of the dancer, that was shocking because you just hadn't seen men do it. But society is built up on what suits men. It's about men. Women were nothing but a piece of us, biblically speaking. What, you were made from our rib? You were part of us, so we could tell you what to do and you couldn't say shit because you were less than, your value was that of like livestock. If we're going to use the Bible as a reference, women didn't have the power that men had. I'm spiritual. Now, I do believe in God, but I view God as, not in man form, just essence and just who we are. Shit, all the stuff air we breathe, the earth. But I think okay. So I think that those same people talking about your religious belief and, oh, God said this and this is in the Bible. Well, in the Bible, you could be stoned for adultery, right? If your husband said you cheated on him, you could be fucking put in you could be brought before a council or like in a stadium somewhere and stoned to death. You know that, right? It was okay to have slaves. You couldn't eat shellfish, but those same people eat all the fucking shrimp up at the fish fry. Stop playing. And I think the Bible's a very useful tool. Don't get me wrong, it's useful. It's definitely has its benefits. But some stuff in the Bible is bullshit. And I'm gonna it may offend people. It was written in a time that people thought that dinosaurs were the bones of fucking ogres and shit that they were finding. No. So I think that my father went to school for theology. I went to vacation Bible school. I had Bible teachers. But I think you could, what do they say? You can swallow the bone and would swallow the meat and spit out the bones. A gay person said you could swallow the bone and then suck the meat. But I think that a lot of times people are coming on. Lil Nas, it was very, if it was two women, it wouldn't have been an issue because society is built on what men want. And men have fantasies about women sexually, being with two women. So it would have been okay. You know, a lot of the rappers were misogynist. You know, you got somebody like what T.I. and Jay-Z talking about Lil Nas performance. Jay-Z and T.I. Yeah, let that sink in. Jay-Z and T.I. are being a moral police for the world, the country, the music industry. Jay-Z. Now, I think T.I., you need to worry about your fucking legal proceedings. And Jay-Z, didn't your sister-in-law jump on your ass in the elevator for infidelity? You know, when you start shit, you have to be able to stand in your shit. If you're pointing the finger at someone for what they're doing, you better have an impeccable past. You better not have done shit. Could not wear trousers, right? Hey, Mahari. But the thing is, y'all, and because they'll be saying that I'm a Satanist after this. But I just think that you got to be careful with who you're pointing fingers at and telling, because the music industry is not built up on a Christian doctrine. Well, you think the artists that have the biggest selling music are the ones that are mostly, sexual, their looks. If you're a woman that's getting up there singing and you got your fucking a turtleneck on and a long flowing gown all the time, that shit is not gonna sell. You got to show your girls, your knockers. Are you meaning to tell him J-Lo is a huge artist, singer. J-Lo is not the singer that Jennifer Hudson is. Jennifer Lopez is not Jennifer Hudson or even Jennifer Holliday, but she's a bigger artist because she's deemed as being more beautiful. Some Tracy almost snuck out. I said beautiful. She's deemed as being more beautiful. But she's sex appeal. Her sex appeal is what gives her an extra edge. So, I think that Little Nas knows what he's doing. He knows they're gonna talk. But again, that's the music. Good or bad, we're talking about it. And I like when Five Babe did the video the other week, and she was saying, women that have gay friends, if we're talking freely with each other, I've witnessed this with women. We're your gay friend, but you don't want to hear about what's going on with us. And I'm not talking about anything explicit, but I've witnessed like women, you tell them something, then they'll go tell their friends like, girl, can you believe they did that? Like making a mockery of us. But we can hear all the shit that you're going through with your baby daddies. But if I'm your friend, you have to be able to hear me like I hear you. I had to tell my cousin before, listen, I don't want to hear about you smashing all the fucking time. As soon as he started telling me about him smashing, I said, well, let me tell you about what I smashed last fucking night. Are we going to do it? Because if you're telling me your story, I'm going to tell you mine. Otherwise, get the fuck out my face. we are here. We are going to live our lives out loud and proud. This world is for everyone. When God made you, he made me as well. I am in God's image. I am who I am. I was born who I am, and you can't tell me anything differently. And that's the thing. I think that let people stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. If you don't agree with a gay lifestyle, don't marry a gay person. If you don't believe in gay marriage, you don't marry a gay person. I can see two lesbian women kissing. It does nothing to me. Why does it do nothing to me? Because I don't give a damn what they do. It has no effect on me. Two lesbians kissing has nothing to do with Rebel at all. My sister has been with her wife. My sister has known her wife for 20 plus years. They've been married like 8 or 9 years. I don't look at them and think what they do sexually because I don't care. When you look at gay men, stop thinking about sex because we're multifaceted. It's not about sex all the time. I like masculine energy. And that's what I'm attracted to. Anyways, you better not let your dog shit on my grass. I'm attracted to, just like a lesbian woman is attracted to feminine energy. There's something about, it's not just about sex. Like even like when people say like FTMs, like female to males, that's a big thing now. I'm not attracted. I think FTMs can be attractive, but I don't want to be with one because there's still some feminine energy there that I'm not attracted to. It's like I think you're beautiful, handsome, but I don't want to be with you. There are drag queens that are pretty, but I don't want to be with them. Transsexuals. And let me not say drag queens because drag queens, that's a performer. But transsexuals can look just like women, but are still, they have the same equipment that a man would have and they identify as being a woman. But I'm not attracted to them. It's something about masculine energy. But I think I'm gonna reach out to Phi Babe. So, because when she talks about the Lil Nas X performance herself, maybe I could come on and we just have banter between she and I. You like a little honoring. But you know what? It's easy. That's the thing. When guys are attracted to me, they'll be like, "You a little feisty little thing." I say, "You damn right." Trez Mahari. No, the FTM. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm a gay man, and I'm still learning how to identify people because it's just I never took an interest in learning the other groups of people in our lifestyle. I just didn't. I was focusing on being a gay man, but because a lot of times I would call transsexuals drag queens, and it was offensive. Some people get offended by that. But you have the male to females, you have the female to males. Uh, the female to males were born women, they were born female, but They had sometimes they had procedures done, so they had their breasts removed. They look like a regular, a natural born man, but they still have the female plumbing. And baby, when you go on the hub or some of those adult sites, you will see when you pull it. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. For those that are very exotic in your taste, um, and you go on there now, you may see some videos with some things that some people that look like tree seed that haven't really transitioned all the way and they're stuck in limbo. But go over there, and you put up FTM, and you gonna see some shit that pop up. Well, let me not say shit because people get offended. You'll see some things to pop up, and you'll be like, wow, because you'll see guys that look like they're going to go shoot basketball, and he pull his clothes off, and you see a cuda cat. Now, um, to each his own. It just wasn't not my thing. And I need to call this damn landscaper, y'all, because it's getting late too, and I'm looking at my yard. He'll be here in the morning. But I'm gonna reach out to Phi Babe and see, because I think it's good that we have these types of conversations. It's more to this sector than just mess and vitriol all the time, because that shit is draining. Um, but you guys have a great day. I'm gonna reach out to her and we will reconvene later. Peace.